We've taken a look back at the highlights of last year. Now we turn our attention to the future. Incoming IACP President Ken Walker joins us now with his goals and priorities for the upcoming year. Ken, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
And congratulations.
Well, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about what your priorities are for the next year as president.
We have to do something for officer safety and wellness. We put these young men and women in difficult situations, and we have a responsibility to try to take care of them when they deal with those traumatic events. That's probably the number one priority I think we all have.
And do you think that's the main challenge facing policing at the moment?
Well, it is one now, but also recruiting and retention is a huge issue right now. It shouldn't be. If young men and women could feel what we feel being part of this team, we would have hundreds of people lining up wanting to be a part of it.
And what do you think can be done to change that?
I think over time we have to start telling our story better. Law enforcement worldwide has wonderful stories to tell, and it's kind of counter to our nature to talk about what we do. But I think we need to let people know there are heroic acts taking place every day that we need to let people know about.
One of the main functions, well, not one of the main functions, but one of the functions is the International. Are you looking forward to that part of the job?
Absolutely. I think 5 or 6 years ago during President Paul Sells' term, he really started stressing international. And every president since then has focused on international relationships also. They are a huge issue, and nothing but good can come out of it.
Now you're president of the IACP, or you soon will be president of the IACP. How did you get involved in leadership role at the IACP?
My first chief's job was in the Dallas area, and the chiefs, neighboring chiefs that turned out to be my mentors expected it. It was expected of all of us that we serve at state and national and international levels. And I first became a committee member for the IACP Investigative Operations Committee. Fantastic group of people, and I learned so much, and those guys are still friends today.
So what advice would you give to a young policeman who's starting out at the moment?
You know, law enforcement's like life. It gets tough sometimes, and I would encourage them, don't give up. It's going to be tough. You're going to have tough days, but it's such a noble profession, and it's filled with wonderful people that will be your lifetime friends. I saw a sign in a restaurant recently. It said, pain is temporary, but quitting is forever. And stick with it. At the end of your career, you will be so proud of what you did and the relationships that you have.
My final question is, we're here this week in Boston, so what are some of the things you're looking forward to at this year's conference?
It's the same every year. It's to renew relationships and see old friends that you've been friends with forever, and catch up on what they're doing and what's happening around the world in law enforcement. But the biggest plus is the friends that you make.
Thank you ever so much indeed for taking the time to talk to us, and once again, congratulations.
Well, thank you.